Hi everyone, Julie Kent here. This is my conclusion video. So we're going to start with the first question. What are the implications to social work of understanding your child's development? Erickson's psychosocial developmental stages. Huge thing that I learned in this semester, and it was absolutely one of the most best things that I think that social workers should know when working with young kids. Definitely helpful in the ASQ, knowing where they should be developmentally, and then maybe having an idea of where they should be, or where to start with resources, finding out things of their life. So child welfare, say we have a 5-year-old kid and we know about trauma to ages 2 and 3, we can go back in and see, just thinking, well, we know that a problem happened at age 2, 3, they should have been here, they're not here yet, and now they're having psychological problems later. We can definitely look at this table of development and stages to kind of help gauge where the deficits or where the issues could have happened, and maybe go back directly to those areas to help get treatment or interventions for our children. Social worker overall is helpful with our families because they are able to offer resources, things like that, to help with our children. So in my case, my ASQ that I did, the child had some behavioral issues due to the inability to speak. So social worker understanding the Erickson's or the developmental stages would be able to see where they have missed out and be able to offer maybe appropriate interventions based on that, to help them get up to speed. So, I mean, that's my first thought. Is the ASQ a good tool to use with populations of the Southwest? I had to brainstorm on this, but I think I got it. So the ASQ, I'm going to read off my notes. The ASQ would be a good tool for a certain group of people. However, the ASQ facilitator must be mindful of the audience receiving the questionnaire. The majority of the Southwest, in my opinion, is heavily influenced by Hispanic and Native Americans. So with that in mind, the ASQ needs to be flexible to account for these cultural differences. Language, formation, tribal dynamics, always should be considered. So I definitely think it has its advantages and could have its disadvantages as well. So we should be mindful of the audience or the person receiving the ASQ. The last question is, what did you learn from this experience? Reflect on your experiences. Holy moly. This questionnaire was huge. Just being able to see the results, the communication, the gross motor, fine motor, problem solving, personal, social, and seeing where deficits were and where they're not, just being able to identify those things. Seeing that the child could not necessarily throw overhand or underhand, having issues talking. This child had some issues communicating, was communication and gross motor was not, was underneath where it should have been, and then in the gray area for gross motor, but then excelled in fine motor and problem solving. And after talking with the mom, I realized that the fine motor, problem solving, and personal social may have been impacted by some early intervention stuff that was given from a developmental preschool when the child was entered Child Find. So I could see a significant impact as far as intervention. This ASQ would be huge as far as a before and after. So giving it in the beginning, offering the supports, and then doing it later would be a great way to, I can't even think of the word, to gauge success. So I really enjoyed it, and thank you very much for that. And then the Erickson psychosocial stages, the development stage, is also very wonderful learning opportunity for me, especially being in child welfare. I probably should have heavier emphasis on this early on. So appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate this, and hopefully this helps. The video is what you need. So have a good time. Class is over.